What is going on, everybody? Little Joe here from Back Bay Scale Customs, and I keep getting this damn thing here. I'm gonna look at. Okay, it's going now. Oh, to me. Okay, there we go. I keep getting this thing. So here I am. Gonna do a real quick live stream on the build situation, and my cat is about to drive me nuts, man. Come on, just leave me be. Leave me be. Leave me be. But okay, here we go. Group build. Group build. We got a few of you guys that want to join it, and I am all for you guys joining this group build. So, uh, basically, I was gonna say this coming Friday, start putting your videos up, but I don't know. Maybe this Saturday, this coming Saturday, start putting your videos up, guys, and on the group build. Now, a couple of guys asked me if they could use some of the projects that they had already started to put in the build because they really need to get some stuff done, like Rick Zink and some others. I said, sure, no problem. Let's do it. Sounds good to me. So they are going to put their videos up soon. Um, I don't know exactly what Rick Zink's doing, but BG Customs is in it. Quite a few of you guys have said y'all wanted to be in it. And a bunch of you guys have been telling me, hey, man, not going to be able to do it. And give me a bunch of reasons why you can't. That's cool. It just I just find it funny that everybody answers no when they. I don't know. Ain't no big deal though. If you can't do it, you can't do it. So I really don't know what I'm gonna build yet. I have been working on this car right here. Pretty hot and heavy. Now I'm not done with the hood, but I've been working on this car pretty good, and she is looking good. I think that she's got a good shine. Hey there, Gary. What's up? I think the car looks good. What you think? Now I got to finish the hood, of course. But look at that. I can see the stuff up there. That is shine. Now I know these old race cars didn't really have shine like that. I know that, but I got a couple of cool things to show you guys. Yeah, I'm also changing the valve covers because it's an Oldsmobile, and back then they did run Oldsmobiles. So this is the engine right now, and they run this typical Chevrolet valve cover. But I've got these Oldsmobile racing valve covers here that I'm going to be swapping it out for and doing a few other things to kind of make it look like an Oldsmobile engine. Um, so that should work out. Got some cool kits coming in. I got some cool stuff. I got this kit here because I've been wanting it. Sort of disappointed with it. If you've never seen this inside the box, just let me know and I'll show you. BG Customs, just I wish he would jump in here, but he's probably, chasing down BG, little BG. But I'm trying to find. I don't really want to know. I don't really know what I want to build yet. But there's one thing about this kit that turns me off, but can be gotten around. It can be gotten around. Also have very cool vintage kit that you're really not ever going to see. It don't even have a barcode on it. Pretty rare kit. This is the Schlitz beer. The Schlitz beer model kit, the trailer. This is from the late 60s, early 70s, I guess. Very cool. Very cool. But I don't know if I'll ever build this. This is the late 60s or early 70s Schlitz beer, but I've seen online where you can buy decals. Well, I have a bunch of these trailers, so why build this when I have the trailers and I can just put these decals on the trailers, be poof done with it, Be poof done with it. And I think that's what I'm going to do. But anyway, I don't know what I'm going to build yet. Don't know. 1 second. I have to get my Red Bull. Something that has to be done. Whatever the stakes may be, me and Red Bull, Okay. Oh, my chair just broke. All right. Now, would you guys like to see inside that Torino kit? It's a lot like the juniors models, the Slovenios models. They've kind of redesigned the way that chassis that they use, that the current chassis that they're using works. Uh, my cat, hold on. What do you want? You coming in or not? Okay. Come in, but you leave me be. Okay, get in your spot. Good deal. All right. Now you stay over there. Let me do my thing. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, they're basically they've kind of repurposed this chassis. That comes in a lot of these kits. Another form of this chassis comes in this kit. You know, somebody's shooting me text messages, but okay. Show you all inside this thing. This is the one thing that turned me off in a way, but I think I can fix it. It comes with the net molded already into it. I don't like that. But what do? They don't really make these cool body styles in with nice kits. You know, you're not going to get these odd body styles in a really good kit. This don't fit up so well, but you're getting the idea of, you know, what one of these things looks like. But I've been wondering what I wanted to build. Yeah, I know, right? You know, I can use that Pepsi car, and I can use my Pepsi car and use, let's see here. No. Let's see, what is this here? Okay. I can use that Pepsi Chevelle and use Dale Earnhardt's Go Army 1974-75 Chevelle. But it's not so much that blue Chevelle. That blue Chevelle is a little newer. But I've got these are Darrell Waltrip Budweiser cars, you know. Yeah, well, you know, don't take much to join. I mean, unless you don't build. If you don't want to build, you know. But man, I got all kind of cool models that I've been working on. This one, it's really kind of took off. And as you can see, the paint is just horrible on it. It's just a horrible, horrible paint job. Yeah, the Darrell Waltrip cars that I want to do. Now, I have a couple of cars I practiced on and painted and decaled up. This one here is one I did, but it's the Waltrip Mountain Dew car, and all I did was the body, just experimenting with it to see how good I can make those old decals look, and it's hard to make them look good. This is the Tide car that I've messed around with, and I got it looking okay. Not a real easy paint job. Not a real easy paint job, this one here, because of the curves and stuff, and it's actually three-tone paint job. As you can see, it's a real three-tone paint job. But the Tim Richmond car here I've been working on. Really enjoying working on that one. But here's a Richard Petty, you know, that I did. And I know a lot of them aren't finished, but I'm practicing, you know. Practicing, because some of these NASCARs are really hard to do, and I have duplicates of a lot of them. But like I said, this car here, which the hood isn't done. The hood isn't done. The grills aren't done yet either. I want to put them in. Yeah, Richard Petty's pretty cool, but I've just kind of done a lot of Richard Petty. Uh, I got some Richard Petty up here. I've done a lot of Richard Petty. I got a Dale Jr. right here that I did some years or a year back. It's dusty, but we moved, so that's a Dale Jr. car that I did. It shines okay, you know. But I'm working on them. I don't have a whole lot of time. See, my thing with modeling is I love to paint. I love to paint the bodies, and I'm really thinking, since I love to paint the bodies so much, I'm really thinking about painting bodies and selling them. You know, I'm really thinking about painting them and selling them. You know, because I mean, would someone, and this is just, I'm just asking, would someone actually pay for that? If you wanted to build this car and you wanted the paint to be flawless like this, would you buy that? And if you would buy that, what would you charge? I mean, what would you pay? I mean, like, give me an honest fit. There ain't but three of you guys in here. Be honest with me. Let me know what you think, Stank. And if you're honest with me, I will divulge one of my modeling secrets to you guys tonight. Oh, shit. My cat got out. Now I'm in trouble. Be right back. Cooper. What are you doing, baby? What are you doing? Cooper. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing, baby? What are you doing? There we go. I got you. I got you, girl. Ain't that something? She just got right on out on me while I wasn't paying attention. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Did anybody comment? Okay. If y'all comment on this, I'll show y'all one more time. Got a new guy in here. If you were building this car and you wanted this flawless paint job, would you buy this? And how much would you pay for it? I would if I could afford it. Get a job. It's not that hard. Wake. 20 to 30 bucks. Yeah, it's not worth it for me for that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't charge Don Yost prices. Don Yost, I look at his stuff now. I mean, his prices are fair. It's Don Yost stuff. So 125. I even saw one that was almost $200 for like one of his painted bodies. I wouldn't try to charge anything like that. I mean, that's crazy for me to charge because nobody would pay that. But yeah, I don't know if $20 or $30. Because see, what I'd be doing is essentially I'd have to sell the kit with it. You know. I would have to, I'd take the kit after it was painted, and put it in the box and all that, and you'd get the whole kit. So the kit itself cost $30 or $40. You're gonna put I'm gonna put $20 worth of paint on it. $20 worth of paint, bare metal foil, all the buffing and polishing. So it's almost not worth it, is it? But I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. But here's a secret for you guys. Here is a secret. Now, this is one of my little tools that I use. This little box. Now, in this little box it's a key, a rekeying to redo locks. So in here, there's a bunch of really tiny springs. There are little pieces that can be gas caps or radiator caps if it would even focus in on it. Uh, Air breathers for the carb for the valve cover. You know, a bunch of little things. Body mounts. If you needed body mounts to raise a body a certain amount, there are all these are the same size. There's different sizes, but there's you could get a bunch of body mounts flat and even. You could use them for bullets or whatever you want to do. But it's a rekeying set. But I don't want to tilt it too much. But you know, that's what it looks like. There's a bunch of stuff in there. So I don't know if that would be useful to y'all or not, or if y'all think it's a good idea. It's been on there all of my models since I've been, using it for 4 or 5 years. And you get 4 or 5 years, you're good. I mean, I've used for 4 or 5 years. I ain't even really got a dent in it. It's starting to get where there's some things in there that I want to kind of start to preserve or look for more of. But like right now, I'm doing these valve covers, so these are going to be my breathers. And they're going to be cut down to, I think I have one that's cut. Yeah, it'll be cut down like that there, and then one of those little metal pieces, if I can get it on there for the camera, one of those little metal pieces will go on top of there, and that will be the breather. Now it's not on there straight or anything, and it's not even down there as far as I want it, but you'll have this little metal breather. You have a real metal breather on there. And this side has 2. All these will be cut down, but I just got them in there for gluing purposes to make sure they were glued right. What are you doing, girl? What are you doing? You messing with Dad. But, so what do y'all think of that idea? What do you think of that? You don't like it? You don't like it? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Maybe you learned something. Maybe you didn't think about it that way. But I'm going to be slowly working on this because I do want to finish it up. And I think the paint, I got a really cool compliment from one of the designers of Sauvigno's models, Sauvigno's jars models. I posted a picture of this body to Facebook on the NASCAR site, and I seen where this guy said, "Hey, one of the smoothest paint jobs I've ever seen on one of our kits, or one of the smoothest paint." And I was like, "One of our kits? What are you talking about?" So I kind of looked at it and found out he's the designer. He's the designer, and so it was kind of cool that I got that compliment from that guy. Very cool. Also, I found out that their chrome is chromed with real metal. This is real metal on here. It sticks to magnets. I mean, it's fucking crazy. Excuse my language. Yeah, they're good. What they did was they improved on, say, the chassis that comes in this kit. They changed the suspension, made it better. They changed the engine up a little bit. So you got a little bit of some shitty technology in there, but they're working all that out. They're working all that out and making it better. They are worth the money. The decals are great. I have already ruined 2 of them. This is the 88 here. The decals melted on me. But no longer do I have to worry about that because I've got plenty of badass clear. This is the best shit on the market right here. So that's what's on this car here. That's what's on this car here. As you can see my fingers in there moving. My dirty ass fingernails. But I think that came out beautiful. I really do. Now the hood's not done yet because I've got the other hood right here. I sprayed it with clear coat and it slipped where I was setting it and it fell upside down, and as you can see, it's screwed, so it has to be stripped. Luckily, I have more than one of the models, so I grabbed a hood out of a different vehicle, and I had an extra set of decals for the Monte Carlo version of this, which is the same. You get the same decal sheets for both. Like, uh, if I can, I don't know if I can pull this out. Yeah, I can pull this out. So, to give you an example, I don't know if this Waltrip one has for both. Uh, no, it's acrylic clear. This is an acrylic clear, and it is kick ass. It goes over the top of anything. Uh, Here it is. It's a little pricey. Little pricey. I know my camera's probably reading backwards, and I'm sorry about that. But let's see. And I see that Salvino's Models is going to be coming out with an Aero Coupe. This is an Aero Coupe. Very cool. Never ever come out with before. But I've seen on their website where they're coming out with one. I got all that so I could build the. Yeah. It's a long story. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Here is a model kit decal set. Now this is an aftermarket set, but it's the same thing as Salvino's, I'm pretty sure, or whatever it's called. But it has the stuff in there for the Monte Carlo as well as the 442. So I want to do the 442. I mean the Monte Carlo, the short track car, because KO used the short track. Monte Carlos was the short track cars. But I also want to do a Monte Carlo. There's a decals for another Bobby Allison Monte Carlo, because I did the Buick Regal, and I want to do the Monte short track car, because Bobby used the Regal for his. A lot of times he'd use his Regal for a super speedway car, and he would. Bobby Allison did all kind of crazy shit. You can go online and find it. You tell me when you get a pen, and I'll spell it all out for you, and give you the number, and then you can look it up, and you'll see it. And you go to the website. 2 cans cost me like $60. But tell me no. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready, and I'll call it out for you. But Red Bull. But it wasn't on eBay. I couldn't find it on eBay. It took me directly to this website, and I had the receipt somewhere, which I was going to keep and didn't. But yeah, I don't have a flipping clue what I'm going to do for this group build. I did a monster truck last year, which got destroyed, unfortunately. Nobody to blame but myself, I guess. So that thing's done. So I don't know if I want to do another monster truck this year, because my theme for this year's group build is 80s, race cars, monster trucks, pulling trucks, mud trucks, tractor pullers, NASCARs, all of it. And I want you guys to, if you just got if you've got one of these and you just want to build it box stock to be in the build, cool, I'm good with it. Whatever you want to do. But if there's so many sets of decals available on the market now. You can do all kinds of things. Like this here is just so cool and so rare. Schlitz beer, from this thing doesn't even have a barcode on it. It's just really cool. Okay, you're ready? Here we go. What do I do with the clear? Right here. Okay, the name of the clear is CROMAX. That is CROMAX. ROMAX. All right. Now, the number on it is going to be A dash 7480S. That's A dash 7480S. To forward this call, please press 1. If you know your party's extension, please enter it now or stay on the line to speak to one of our employees. Thank you for shopping with Costco. All right, so anyway, hope you got that. But there's so many, like, that's all those are aftermarket decals that I got, for a little bit of nothing. I mean, like these Budweiser decals, right, that's the Busch beer. These Budweiser decals are so cool. If you look up, oh man, look at that. These are different. These are different from the Budweiser Darrell Waltrip kit that you see, the Monte Carlo that you see. This is different. The best I can tell you what this car is. If you remember when Dale Earnhardt, when he was in his Wrangler number 3 on a short track, Wilkesboro, I think, maybe, I'm not sure, but he was racing the shit out of Darrell Waltrip. Darrell Waltrip was in a red and white Monte Carlo Aero Coupe with the rear window, and they were racing like crazy around the track. Eventually, Earnhardt turned them both and destroyed their cars. It is that car. I thought that car was a beautiful car. Loved that car, and so I'm going to build that car. I'm going to build that car because I thought it was that cool. In other news, I just won on eBay another Donnie Allison or Bobby Allison Miller Time Buick Regal, and I believe I'm going to send that to BG from BG Customs because he did something really cool. What me? So what he did was, do y'all know Little BG? Let me know if you guys know Little BG. There's a video going to be coming out with me and Little BG, but I want to introduce you guys to somebody right quick. If you know Little BG, then you're going to get what I'm fixing to show you guys. God damn, everybody's just falling off as soon as I start talking about BG Customs. What the hell, man? I didn't say BJ, I said BG. And it's all PG. There. So let's see. Y'all let me know if you know BG Customs or whatever. If you don't, look up BG Customs, Brian over there. He's got a little guy named Little BG. And Little BG came to hang out with me. There's a video on Brian's channel of Little BG hanging out with me. I also was introduced to this is Brian's version of my Little BG. This is Little Joe, which I thought was awesome. And very cool, very cool. Little BG is on his way back to Brian. So that's what's going on with that. And I wouldn't show, if I had Little BG in my possession, I wouldn't show him on my channel. Can't do that. That's Brian's. That's Brian's thing. But Brian made me a Little Joe. A Little Joe. So, and he sent me that Miller Time truck, which I thought was so wonderful of him. So I got him the Miller Time Buick. And I also got him this kit over here. Our kits, I should say. So he is going to be getting this kit here. This is the Earnhardt car that wrecked Waltrip, but he's going to be getting this kit and the Miller Time kit. I'm going to send him a couple of kits, maybe even more than that, because of how so nice he was to send me the truck. And I just thought it was very, very sweet of him to do that. So if you don't know BG Customs, look up BG Customs. He's doing a big tractor now and some other things. He's going to be in the group build as well. As far as the group build goes, I want you guys to be creative and, enjoy yourselves. Do something different. If you're going to do NASCAR, if you have to do a brand new modern day kit, then fine. It is what it is. But, hey there, how you doing? You can do anything you want with one of these. It doesn't have to be, because they start out like this, and there's so many decal packages out there for you to do things with. That's this car came orange, red, black, but this is a white version. Or was this car orange? This car may have been orange. I think this car was orange. But there's so many versions out there. But yeah, like I said, this paint here, I really do think it came out great. I like it a lot. It's just trial and error. But with this build off, what do y'all think I should do? Now, I did the monster truck last year, but we're talking about motorsports. I have a bunch of NASCARs. I have, I have a tractor puller, a tractor. I have monster trucks. I have big rigs. I have all kind of stuff that I'm trying to think that I want to do for this build. And I want it to kind of be themed. I want our themes to kind of be beer related or whatever related. To show you another really bitchin' kit. I'm gonna let you out again, but I know you're just gonna want to come rushing back. I know how y'all are. Let's see here. Here's some more of these bitchin' kits. I'm just gonna go and grab all the cool stuff, man. Let's grab all the cool stuff. Let's be the cool kids in town. For a minute here. Let's be the cool kids. Okay. I got a couple of these kits because they're hard to find. Look at that. The Skull Bandit, baby. The Skull Bandit. And I got 2 of these. Now, what's cool about this is has this kit been cracked? No, the plastic has not been cracked in this one, so I won't crack it. But, there's the decals. I got a couple of sets of those. I'm probably going to buy a couple of aftermarket sets. But I've got 2 of these kits. And, so one of them will be the Skull Bandit Super Speedway car. The other one might be the Darrell Waltrip short track car. I don't know. But look at this. We got this Budweiser kit here. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. I've got one of those. One of what? Let's see. What company makes good aftermarket decals? I don't really know, man. But I just look on eBay, and that's where I've been finding these great decals. And they're basically the same decals that comes in Salvino or models. Look at this. I mean, a wonderful set of decals here, and so is this. And they're not just like this set of decals is just printed on a printer, like you can do at home, and then you have to cut them out perfectly. These are like a real set of decals. Both of these, they are all cut like they're supposed to be cut. Everything is there, and they're just wonderful. And they cost me $12. They cost me $12. So just look on there. You can see how good a quality they are online. This is another cool one. You know, you don't see this one much, or you don't see it built much. You know, and of course, the car I have attempted 5 times, and it has always ruined on me. You can see some of my builds back here. Uh, Earnhardt's Daytona car from his first Daytona. Tim Richmond never can get this kit right, so I'm ordering Tim Richmond decal sets and stuff. I'm gonna get that right. This is another Tim Richmond car here that I'm working on, uh, which is, you know, coming together. And another little word of advice: see how it's got a metal grill? That is a 50. That's a 67 Mustang grill. It will roll right around the edges of this right here. If I can get it off of there. If you see that grill there, I can make it focus. Where's the fucking camera? I don't know where the camera is. Where is the camera? Okay, there it is. Can't make it focus. Can't make it focus. But if you look, you can see where I've wrapped it around. It's a 67 Mustang photo etch grill. 57 Chevrolet grill does the same thing. You can wrap it around. So and it leaves the little line on top for the Buick and everything. You can't see it there, but it's there. That's another little trick you can do with these NASCARs. Another is I see what these guys do, and the idea is to make all molded together pieces look like separate pieces. And some people just will spray the whole front end and call it a day and stick it on there. When you look at it, there's a bunch of several different parts molded all into one. The idea is to pick it out and put it together. You know, like it takes small paint brushes. This is one of my bigger brushes. You can see how small that is. You know, you got a very fine paintbrush you use when you're doing some of that detail work. But this is all bare metal foil, you know, which I thought was great. I still gotta get that. You see how dull that is? This whole car looked like that when I put the decals on it. And then I hit it with the clear and polished it, and then that's what I got, you know. But I been working, see, was that Jesse got the got the TR2? The TR, Tim Richmond too. Be careful with those decals, bud. Looking here. Gary Beauchamp. Gary Beauchamp. That guy there. What a nice guy. He sent me a Pontiac Richard Petty kit fucking year ago, 2 years ago. And we haven't been able to get our ducks in order. He wants $10 for the kit. And I'm gonna give him his $10. I'm probably gonna give him a little more than $10. But I went to give it to him one time, and my ID was expired, so they wouldn't do it. Then I went and got an ID. Then they said since I didn't know him personally at Walmart, they couldn't do it. And then I got caught up and whatever. But I'm eventually gonna send him his $10 there, man. Very nice guy. Go to his channel, subscribe. Gary Beauchamp. I'm very thankful for him sending me that car. It was very cool of him. I'm thinking about maybe sending this to BG Customs too, but I don't think he's going to build it. That's something you don't build. You just buy aftermarket decals and put them on a different truck, you know. But that's good. Yeah. Beauchamp sent me, or Gary sent me one of these. This is not the one he sent me. This is one I practiced on. The blue is not right. That's why I stopped on this car. The blue is too light. And I messed the windshield up. See, Richard tinted his windows, and he tinted this car in a very certain way. And I needed to tint the front window on it. But I painted the front. The front came out okay, but I'm not really satisfied with that. I can do better. And I'm going to do better. Huh. Did all kind of weird stuff with this one. But I have a blue over here that I bought that is close to a petty blue right here, Tamiya. And I used to use a lot of Model Master, and I still use some Model Master. But guys, this stuff is great. It really is. It's good. It really is. It's good. It's worth the few extra dollars. I'm trying out this new system here, the Novice system. I've never used it. I have my own little system that I do, and that's what I've been kind of working on, my own little system there. But Gary Beauchamp, were you still in here, bud? You still hanging out with us? Cutting off some stuff here. Doing a little cutting. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. A little bit of cutting there. Nothing wrong with a little bit of cutting. Don't be afraid. It's all plastic. It's all plastic. My favorite thing is to design an engine. See, there's the two little things for my breathers. And I got these little tumblers that go in locks. Yeah, where you at? That's more like a radiator cap, but you can get the gist of it if you can see it. But yeah, I think that's gonna be all right. Every day the thing is gonna be all right. Don't worry about the thing. I also suggest get you some of this panel liner stuff. Great stuff. So, question and answer time, guys. Question and answer time. And if anybody wants to know, I already know what the first question is going to be. I'm going to go on and tell you 11 inches. That's just how it is. But let's see. So what y'all think I should build? Let me get y'all's input on our group build that is coming up for the people. They're going to be in it. I can do a street rod, do a monster truck. I could do a cool NASCAR. It's 80s themed. I can do like one of these badass street rods like right here. Something crazy. Something crazy. It's just gonna be crazy. But that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not sure yet though. That's why I'm asking you guys. Leave in the comments below or say something now. Not too many people talking right now, but I got 8 people watching, so I must be special. I don't know. But anyway, I know, like I said, I've always been fond of this car, but and these AMT Ertl kits, these things are cool. These things are cool because, these smaller NASCARs were meant to be smaller, and when you put them against these cars, they somewhat match. You see, they somewhat match. But the Revell versions of these are very big. Let's see. No, I haven't worked on the Richard Petty kit yet. She has put up. This is the Richard Petty kit that I was working on when that one got sent to me. The blue is too light on this car. It's too light, so I stopped working on it. But I have the Petty kit in the stash, and I have a darker, more Petty-like blue that I'm going to be trying with it. But these AMT kits are really cool, especially these smaller cars, because you can build this and put it next to, say, a Petty car, and the scale is going to look right. As opposed to, the Revell version of this is almost 3 times its size. Yeah, that is where? What do you see now, brother? Yeah, that's the new version. I have the old version around here because they retooled the body and they took the vents out and all kind of stuff off the Trans Am. And but I have the original one, which if I ever did it, I would do that version of it. I'd use the original Trans Am. Yeah, the AMTR. Some of them are hit and miss. Some of them are bullshit. Most MPCs I've ever had like this are shit. You know, I was a little disappointed with this kit here. With this one right here. You know, I can still build it up and make it look good, but there's some changes got to be made. Like for instance, like the hood looks great on this thing. The hood looks great, but look what they molded in. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why the fuck would you do that? Once again, why the fuck would you do that? But you know, you can change it. It's no big deal. But the hood looks great on this car. This car would definitely take some finagling and a little bit of this and a little bit of that to make it look cool, which you can definitely do. A lot of people ran these cars and they did a good job. Hey, Twisted Clown, check this vintage kit out, bud. That is a Schlitz. So old it doesn't even have a barcode on it. It doesn't even have a barcode. But I was kind of hoping that I could get BG Customs in here, but don't know. He had sent me a couple of texts and then he just kind of disappeared. Well, yeah, there's a good example. Here's a good example. This Buick here. When you put it next to, this is a 124th, and this is supposed to be a 124th. But if you look how much bigger this car is than this one. You know, they don't look right together. This car is a smaller car than this car, yet it looks ginormous. That's because it still retains the chassis that this car uses. But in order to make the small little body fit over that chassis, they make it bigger than what it was supposed to be. So it's off. And, you know, I don't like that. You know, that's why I was looking at, you know, when I did this comparison the other night. Here is this car here, which is the smaller front wheel drive NASCAR, which wasn't front wheel drive. It was just what it was based on. And then look at this. Do you see how much bigger this thing is? You know, do you see? It's just a bigger car. It's a bigger car. So I'm going to use these AMT Ertl kits for the smaller cars, you know, but you can't beat the Monte Carlos and Cutlasses and all that they did. Well, they didn't do a Cutlass, but I'm going to do a Cutlass. I ordered the Cutlass resin body. And now, the Cutlass that I'm working on here, like I said, there's the inside of it. I still got to put another coat of gray in there. But I really think that came out very good. Or very enjoyable. I mean, I just enjoy looking at it. That's why I keep showing it, because I really feel that it came out very nice. And it's going to keep looking nice. It's going to look really good when she's done. You know, and I know that the original cars didn't look that shiny, but museum quality. Yeah, I think it came out pretty good. I think it came out pretty good. So I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But let's see, get back to this here. How you doing? Cool, 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 cool. Okay. Well, Twisted Clown, you said all your stuff's in storage? Is that what you say? You say your shit's in storage, man? Yes, you bought another guitar. Yeah, I bought enough guitars for right now. I bought enough guitars for right now, for sure. I've been, I've been buying a few models here lately, which I've been kind of overbuying. But, you know, I wish all I had was 7. But I've been kind of overbuying models here. I've never heard of this band, Joe. What band? I've got 7. But no, I've got over 20 guitars. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. But so how many of you guys are in? Hi guys. Hi guys. How many of you guys are in the build? And how many of y'all gonna punk out on me? Just kidding, by the way. Don't worry about the thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. Anybody know Burt Crusher? Yeah, I think that's gonna work. Or it might work. It might not work. I'm working on turning this Chevy engine into an Oldsmobile engine, which I can do because I want this Oldsmobile to look good. But it really don't matter that much under the hood because this car is going to be displayed with the hood shut. This car will be the Busch Beer car. It's going to be the 2 Daytona 500 cars that hit each other at the end of the race there. I think that that's going to be a cool thing to do. But other than that, I'm glad that you guys spent a little time with me this evening and I could show y'all some more of these models. Oh, how many of you guys have ever saw this model? A very cool model here. What guitar? What guitar are you talking about, Bubba? Just trying to figure out what to do. Well, I'm me too. Me too. Oh, okay. I got you. I played my vintage Gibson Les Paul this weekend, and wow, the Tim Shaw pickups just mind blowing. But this kit has 2 front ends on it. You know. Let's see. I'll show you in a minute. Only paid after tax $53. Whew. Good luck with that. I got you. You got to put shit in storage. I get it. Found a place in Nevada, then came back to. You ought to move to Biloxi. It's always warm here. You've seen it on eBay. Now, it's a little bit of a simple kit. I will say that. But what it lacks up in simpleness, they really used uh, the design of the roll cage and stuff to really make it look like an early NASCAR short track car, or what they would consider maybe a Busch Series car now. Now it's different. It's different from the Pepsi car. This car here. It is different from this car. Here is the body of this car. And I can show you because I have the Pepsi car here. Here is the Pepsi car. Here's this car. As you can see, they are quite different. They are quite different cars. This is an older car. They have two types of front ends for this thing. You've got this front end, which is more of an old school front end. And then you've got this front end that has this thin piece here that is supposed to hook into this thing somehow. And I can't figure it out. But I don't like that big fat grill. I don't like that. You know, it shortens the nose of the car dramatically, which I think is kind of cool, you know, for like a short track car. But here is the regular nose. So it really does look like a short track stock car, you know, and I really, really like that. Now, the decals are very basic and they kind of suck, but let me show you the instruction sheet for this particular model. There's not much here. So, of course, it's your engine assembly, which is a very simple engine, but you can really trick these things out with some watch parts and some small springs and wiring and stuff like that, some fuel lines. You can make any engine look good if you take your time. Now you got this part here, which is your second part, you know. So, you know, it does have fuel pumps there for some reason. You got that part there, which has your exhaust on it. And then, when you do that, you have this part here. And this part here. And it goes together. You know, and that's how they want you to put the front end on, but that ain't going to work. I'm going to use the other front end. It's even got the other front end on the box. So, it's a cool kit, and I can show you. It comes with a driver, but I wouldn't use it. Yeah, look at the back. Look at all that roll cage stuff in the back. And this is the actual car. This is the actual car right here. I know it's got a real person in there, but that's photoshopped. That's the real car. So if you really take your time with this car, ditch these decals because, you know, they're Hobby Town something classic. Ditch the decals. But take your time, build this thing, detail it out. You know, leave the hood shut if you want to. This would be a really killer car. I'm telling you. Killer car. But there's good ones and bad ones in anything, you know. Like this car here, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen. Has anybody ever seen the flaw for this? This actually uses the J2000 chassis. But I'll show you the major flaw with this thing. And I say it's a major flaw. I'm not saying so much that it's a flaw, but it really disappointed me. I got it in. I opened it up. Yes, see, it's using the tires from the J2000 too. I opened it up, and that's what I got. The front end don't come off. This is what you get. And I noticed that you have to feed the glass in like that. So, if I can get it in there right, which the glass is already cracked, so you got to be real careful with it. This is what you end up with. You know, so you have to paint it, which is okay, I guess. I mean, you know, could be worse, but I just expected something different. That's all. So I thought that was kind of cheesy of Revell, but you know they do buy older molds and kits from time to time, and they'll do that. But you know there are some really cool kits out there. This is in the 80s. If you have not, this is the Delta S4. Go to Jay Leno's Garage, look up Delta S4, and watch this thing. Learn about it. It is incredible. 500 and some horsepower, twin turbo, supercharged nitrous craze machine. And this particular kit here, there is a photo etch kit out there for it. This kit can be a little pricey, but oh my God, is it beautiful. I see that you're still there. Beautiful, beautiful kit. This is a beautiful, beautiful kit. I mean, it's beautiful. It's just a beautiful kit. I mean, the camera ain't going to do it justice, but everything is, there's the body there, and it's in 4 or 5 pieces. Incredible. Incredible. If you wanted to build something like that on the channel, or for the group build, you know, have more fun at it. But, you know, you got J2000. Awesome. Real car. Existed. Still exists. The Lincoln. Look at that bad bitch. You know, there's tons of them. Tons of really cool 80s kits. Let's see. '56 4 kit from Revell. I don't know. I don't know. eBay's got to have the parts. eBay's got to have the parts. They just gotta. But so you can do a NASCAR, you can do monster truck, you can do street rods, you can do crazy street rods, tractor pull, mud car, mud truck, whatever you want to build, you can build in the build. It's going to be an 80s themed, 70s, 80s themed kick-ass fucking build. Greetings from Canada. Cool. You can do, you know, anything you want with it, as long as you have fun. You know, like this kit here, this Regal, this Tim Richmond. This kit don't exist in real life. You know, the kit does, but the livery don't. That's custom dealer. So just get your thinking caps on, guys, and get ready. Even dozen. Yeah, it's a cool kit. It's a cool kit. It has a lot in common with this kit. But the J2000 to me is a better kit than this one. I've built the J2000 before. It's a fun kit. I really love this kit. It's really cool. It's a real car. This car was built by Rick Donaldson. Or what is it? I don't have my glasses on. Domberitson, whatever it is. J2000 Pontiac Pro Street. And it's pretty much an exact recreation of his car. And all I can say is that his car in real life is a little sleeker and sits a little lower. But this is a killer car. Yeah, the Beretta shares a J2000 too. But, you know, the J2000 is where it started, I believe. You know, but like these kits here, these bad boys here, I know I keep showing it, but I'm just proud of that paint job. I think that's a good looking paint job. And I think that it's going to make one hell of a stock car when I'm done. It shares a very similar chassis to this. That shares a very similar chassis to this. You know, and I thought that this car would have the same chassis, but it does not. This car here is completely different. Very cool. Very cool. So I would like for you guys to do, you know, like if you got a beer theme or a tobacco theme car, you know, Skull Bandit, Budweiser, you know, even if you don't have a Skull Bandit or a Budweiser, make one if you could. Hey, how you doing? You know, like this is a really cool kit. You know, Schlitz, very old. I'll probably never build it. If you ever want to build this, you just use a different trailer and get the decal sheet offline. They sell them on eBay, and you know, you just this is just a memory piece now, you know. But anyway, guys, I've been on here an hour, So if you guys want to get in the build, this is the I'm trying to think of a good name for it, but it is the monster truck build. Put over there. Just posted my Holy Grail video and my well, my Holy Grails, I have a couple of them, which the Johann Holland Hearst, the Heavenly Hearst, that's one of them. Which I have one. I just gotta find all the pieces for it. But my actual Holy Grail kit is the 1/8 scale, 1/8 scale Trans Am. I've seen them online for 350, $400. So I'll never own one, but very cool kit. And if I owned one, you don't build it. You don't build it. You just leave it alone. So the ship has sailed on building that car. I do have I have 3 or 4 1/8 scale things, but you know, I have the Golden Tea. Have you ever heard of the Golden Tea? It's a big ass Golden Tea bucket, black and gold. I've got the Highboy 32 Roadster. I've got the Dragster, the Railcar Dragster 1/8 scale. I got the Corvette 1/8 scale. You know, so I've got some cool stuff, but I don't have my unicorn kit, as I call it, and I'll never have one. I don't think. That or the 1/8 scale IROC. I don't think I'll ever have those kits. Um, you know, but if you have one, you got to have two. So you know you can build one and keep one put away, or if you build one, need part. I mean, it's just I don't know. It's a nightmare in my head thinking about that. But anyway, guys, post your build or the beginning of your build for the group build Friday or Saturday, if you would. It's a monster truck theme build again, but we're throwing in, you know, it's going to be monster trucks, 80s themed stock car, race car, drag car, you know, and if you got any kind of band, as they call it, stuff, beer cars, cigarette cars, you know, anything like that, would be cool. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me a little bit. I had a rough day today. Wasn't gonna do this, and I just said the hell with it and did it anyway because I haven't really been doing it. I haven't really been doing it or being myself here lately, and it feels kind of good to talk to you guys and hang out for a little bit. Because you know my passion for modeling has never left. Although I haven't completed anything in like 2 years. You know, since well, I did fix some of my stuff that got destroyed, but I haven't completed anything new. I'm a pretty slow builder for that because I got to do, you know, I enjoy painting. I've got a bunch of bodies that I've painted and hadn't done anything else with them because I just really love painting the bodies and getting the body right. But you know, I do believe it's art that we do, and I hope that you guys think the same way. Um, oh yeah, tomorrow's always going to be better. I'm not looking for some sympathy. Just you know, glad that I mustered up enough energy to do it. I used to have the 1/8 scale IROC. Come here, you're an asshole that you used to. Yeah, yeah. Some guy said he was gonna hook me up with one, and when I was doing the live streams a couple years ago, and he was supposed to get with me, and then I think we were supposed to work out a price or something. I'm not really sure. It's been a couple of years, and it just never worked out. Yeah, cool, man. I like the cool stuff to or cool stuff to me. Cool stuff to me. Odd stuff like these. I got a pair of Aero Coupes. You know, these are the Aero Coupes. This is going to be a Salts Flats car one day. This is going to be something else. Uh, but it might not be anything because I think some dang those models are going to be coming out with those cars. Um, yeah, I'm back, sort of. Hanging out, hoping that I can build a little bit. Uh, I've kind of neglected that part of my life and had I've had struggle with if I'm even going to build anymore. If it's a silly thing for a grown man to do is sit and play with cars. Um, I have wrestled with that in my head. Uh, but it always comes back to how much I love doing it. I love I have that Camaro too. I really enjoy doing it, and I just have to get organized because I'm a very disorganized person. I need to get organized and figure out how to make these builds come together and, do the things that I want to do with them. Because I'm just, I don't want to get into my pity party. But thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight, hanging out with me. Love you guys. It's always a pleasure. It's usually the same 8 or 10 people that get in there and hang out. 1A scale Camaro for 250. What the heck? Came across that's too expensive. Too expensive for missing the glass. But all right, guys. Thank you so much. Let's see. I have a 185 Corvette I got from. Yeah, you can hear my cat back there. But all right, guys. I gotta get my dadgum cat. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Please, if you want to get in the build, post your videos Friday, Saturday. Post them tomorrow if you want. But I want you to say, I want you to, do it. Let's see. Your parts list is over 3 bills. Wow, I would take them off of those bills. Are they power bills or cable bills you got it sitting on? But all right, love you guys. Thank you so much. I'm Little Joe, Back Bay Scale Customs, and the new band instead of Knuckle Deep, it ain't Knuckle Deep no more. I'm Knuckle Deep. Goddamn, that's 15 years ago. It's not Last Call Kings anymore. It's when they were famous. So I'm Little Joe from when they were famous, and Back Bay Scale Customs. We'll see you guys later. Okay, bye.